This is the plasma membrane made up of a bilayer of phospholipids, proteins, and cholesterol. The phospholipids are symbolized by the marshmallows which form the fence. The proteins are the pasta noodles which symbolize the gates. And the toothpicks which strengthen the plasma membrane are the cholesterol.
Hey, can I get into Club Z?
No, get out of here. You ain't worthy of Club Z.
Man, I wish.
Hey, Will. Come on in, Big Will. Let's go.
What's up, man?
What is this? Are you selectively permeable or something?
Yeah, I'm selectively permeable. Yeah, I'm the plasma membrane.
This fence, just like the plant cell wall, gives structure to the cell and protects it. Recording. Saccharose is acting as the mitochondria of the cell. Now he is going to break down sugars into ATPs.
Breaking down sugar and ATPs every single day. ATP.
This right here, this mixer, symbolizes the endoplasmic reticulum. This is a smoothie R because it doesn't have ribosomes. These chocolate chips and protein mix symbolize ribosomes building protein.
These chocolate chips and proteins represent the ribosomes which build the protein. This mixer represents the ER, which now with the chocolate chips makes it rough. Zach is acting as the Golgi complex of the cell, which is basically the UPS of the cell, which packages proteins for transportation.
Packaged and ready for transportation.
He's gone.
This fridge here represents the vacuole of the cell, the storage bin. So basically it stores all that food, you know, all your stuff, which represents the cell, the parts of the cell, and stuff like that. I'm the lysosome of the cell, getting rid of garbage all day. Will here represents the nucleus, the brains of the cell.
I store the DNA.
This here represents the nucleolus. Inside of that, see in there, are the ribosomes because the nucleolus makes ribosomes. Inside, the nucleolus is inside of the nucleus, obviously. This ball represents the nucleus. It's basically... This here is ribosomal production. See, this is the nucleolus, which makes ribosomes. This is showing ribosomal production. And they're there. Boom. See, the microtubules are represented by each straw here. And then they make up a centriole, which is a combination of 9 different triplets of microtubules, as you can see. Triplets are connected. And microtubules basically are the straw-like structure of the cell. Keep it together. Give it strength. The microfilaments are located in cytoplasm, right beneath the cell membrane. They provide mechanical strength to the cell and pinches dividing animal cells apart during cytokinesis. They aid to the strength of the cell membrane.
There are two forms of respiration, anaerobic and aerobic. Anaerobic without oxygen, aerobic when oxygen is present. Lifting weights is an example of anaerobic respiration.
Oh, I'm really tired. Oh man. Alright, this shows aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is where you have oxygen, where you can breathe, you know? It's like jogging, something like that. This is a example right here. Will's got plenty of air.
I have oxygen.
Look at that. Will here represents the protein and the energy needed to go against the gradient. He's going uphill. See that? Yep. So he needs energy and protein to perform active transport. Here we're representing diffusion. You see how these marshmallows are all bunched up together? Now we're going to spread them out. See how they diffuse out across, go all over the place, and now they're all spread out. See? Here we're representing diffusion of lipids or water across the cell membrane. The strainer is representing the cell membrane. The water is representing lipids or water. And then that is inside the cell membrane. See how it goes from high to a low concentration, more spread out. And that is diffusion across the cell membrane. Here we're trying to show photosynthesis. This here represents the plant, and this light represents the sun. And inside of the plant are chloroplasts, which convert the sunlight into sugar. As you can see here, sunlight goes down into the leaf of the plant, where there's the chloroplasts inside of the chlorophyll convert the sunlight into sugar. And that is photosynthesis. Here we are symbolizing light reactions. Proton energy from the sun, proton light energy, goes into the chloroplast inside of the chlorophyll in the form of a proton. The proton bounces around inside the chloroplast and splits a water molecule, which is called photolysis. An H plus is taken out of that and turns into an ATP, which goes into the dark reactions, known as the Calvin cycle. An additional byproduct, oxygen, is released, which is good for us. This is the second type of reaction that happens during photosynthesis, the dark reaction. It happens in the absence of light. First, a carbon molecule comes into the chlorophyll, and inside of the chloroplast attaches to a 5-carbon molecule, making it a 6-carbon molecule. The 6-carbon molecule is split into two 3-carbon molecules called PGAs. The PGAs are turned into PGAL sugars by an ATP. The second ATP is used to recreate a 5-carbon molecule and attach it to the next CO2 molecule that comes into the chloroplast.